Hello, my name is Diego Castro. This is my brief case example for MMC 4200, Law of Mass Communication. So I chose to do Tinker versus Des Moines just because we grew up with it, I'm aware of it, and I like reading about it. So the case name is called Tinker versus Des Moines, Iowa. Tinker is the plaintiff, which is the party who brings the legal action, and Des Moines, Iowa is the defendant, the party being sued. The full case name is Tinker versus Des Moines, Iowa, Independent Community School District 393, US 503, 1969. So the case of action, this case is on the violation of the First Amendment, specifically freedom of speech in schools. So the facts, quick facts. Mary Beth Tinker, which is the plaintiff, was 13 years old in December 1966. She and a group of students decided to wear black armbands on their arms to basically protest the war in Vietnam. The Vietnam War was one of the first war that was televised, and there was a lot of public outcry on it. So it was 10 students who decided to wear the armbands. 5 of them were suspended, including Mary Beth Tinker. The principal of the school had previously heard of what they were going to do with the armbands and with the protest and made a rule against it. So when Mary Beth Tinker gets to school with her armband, she had broken the rule and was suspended following that. So like I said, the 10 students total were armbands, only 5 were suspended. So students after this sought legal advice from the Iowa Civil Liberties Union lawyer, ACLU, and he basically told them to sue the school board on the federal court for violating their First Amendment rights. So they first went into the Federal District Court of Des Moines, and they lost there, with the district siding with the school board. Then they appealed it to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court actually listened to the case and then decided on it. So the issue is, does a prohibition against the wearing of armbands in public school as a form of symbolic protest violate the students' freedom of speech protections guaranteed by the First Amendment? And for the holdings, on February 24th, 1969, the Supreme Court voted yes to this previous question that you just heard in a vote of 7-2 in favor of Tinker. So the reasoning is Justice Abe Ford has delivered the majority opinion, 7-2, basically holding that the court held that students do not lose their First Amendment right, specifically their freedom of speech, when they enter school property. Okay, it doesn't go away when you enter certain places. It's basically your freedom of speech carries everywhere you go in the United States. When the students did wear the armbands, they were quiet, they were passive, they didn't interrupt or disrupt anyone or interfere with the rights of others. Which would have been a different case if they had been, or if they were in some way disruptive toward the classroom material or disruptive toward public spaces in the school, but they weren't. They were just, wearing the armbands peacefully. So in order for the court to have sided with the school board officials must have actually shown that the armbands were in fact being destructive and interrupted the operation at the school. However, in this case, it was the possible fear of disruption. It wasn't that actual disruption had gone down. It was just the possible fear of it creating future problems for them in the school, which it didn't. This is an iconic and landmark Supreme Court case, which is why it is taught in schools. And it just upheld the law. The rule of law was it upheld the First Amendment, specifically the right to free speech to students in protest of the Vietnam War, which was disastrous and many people protested against it, like I said earlier, because it was one of the wars that was first televised, and Americans were seeing the horrors that was going down in Vietnam. Thank you so much.